More bad news for Canada's economy today. The country's GDP shrank 0.2% in May. That is the fifth consecutive month of negative growth. And as Mauro tells us, it's a worse number than most economists were expecting.
It could have been a mainly good news day for the economy, at least in Ontario, with the federal and provincial governments pledging $100 million for a Toyota plant expansion in Cambridge.
Catherine, pop in the back.
But there was no getting away from the bad news that Canada's economy shrank once again in May.
We've always said that the economies around the world still remain somewhat fragile.
May saw the economy go down by 0.2%. It's the fifth month in a row of negative growth, Canada's worst economic period since 2009, and 1 month away from technically being a recession. The May decline was worse than some economists had predicted it would be.
There's no question I was disappointed. Not completely surprised because, we're growing used to downside surprises for the Canadian economy.
The sluggish economy is being blamed in part on the dramatic decline in oil prices. But there were other disappointing numbers in the report. Manufacturing output declined 1.7%, a worrying sign for economists.
Up until this point, we didn't think that this necessarily qualified as a recession yet because it was so narrowly based by industry and by region. But unfortunately, the May number did show some broadening out to other industries.
But recession isn't a scary word for everyone. Watch repairman Vic Gulati says it's when his business prospers as people tighten their belts.
They will defer making a big new purchase, and if they have an old watch sitting at home somewhere, they'll yank it out from their dresser and they're more likely to have it repaired.
We won't know for sure if Canada slipped into a recession until the next round of numbers is released in September. But despite the poor economic performance so far in 2015, many analysts say they're still expecting an improvement over the rest of the year. Mauro, CBC News, Toronto.